and of course against 11 Wonders. 6 away points has put in Suedo Oblast in a respectable position on the league log. When you look at their Premier League matches, they struggle to get maximum 3 points when they are playing at home. So for them to go away and pick 6 points out of 2 games that they've played at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium against Dreams FC and against 11 Wonders, some of these games are games that, you know, as a coach of relatively a weaker opponent, you put asterisk on it that you need to pick at least 2 or 3 away wins in the first round of the Ghana Premier League. It will put you at a respectable position in the Ghana Premier League. So I think it was a good win against 11 Wonders. Wonders won their first game in the Ghana Premier League against Dreams FC a week before. Yeah. So they needed to get 2 continuous wins in the Ghana Premier League. But Suedo Oblast, Rudolph Mensah and the lights did their best at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium to get that maximum results in the Ghana Premier League.
Interesting. Francis, you also saw aspects of that game. Good game, but then the star man, obviously, was a striker who is now in the camp of the Black Galaxies, Rudolph Mensah. 2 beautiful goals to get his side, or 3 points. Yeah,
absolutely. If you look at the game, we did a game on TV, and he played a great game for his side. He showed lots of qualities in the attacking third. He exhibited calmness, composure, and precision to finish off the chances that he put away on the day. The first goal, he showed his individual brilliance. The second goal, he was at the right place at the right time to poke home the rebound. But if you look at 11 Wonders, they started the game well, carved out some decent chances. They couldn't put them away. They scored. Look at that. What was he thinking? The coach would have killed him if that had resulted in a goal. But they kept out some decent chances even before they conceded. But the referee, the linesman saw it to be like, to adjudge it to be the ball has crossed the line before the ball got back to him. But their goalkeeper actually bailed them on countless occasions. So it was a collective team response, a team play that they put on show to be able to get the 3 maximum points. You know, Legon Sports Stadium has been a good hunting ground for Suedo All Blacks in their last 2 away games. They beat Dreams FC there, and then they came back afterwards to come and beat 11 Wonders. For them, they just have to continue from where they let off in the last game and believe that now they are getting into their own groove.
Right, so those are pictures of the game played exactly a week ago, and that was a goal scored. And then, do you think that was a goal that should have stood, or you think that had crossed the line?
I think it was an offside position. That is where
no offside.
It had crossed the line.
The byline.
But I don't think the bend on the ball was enough, Francis.
It's difficult for you to take it.
They're very difficult from that angle.
And the chap on the screen, Aweri, played very well in this game. And you know, together with the captain, spotted in number 10 jersey as well, Boateng. He is in camp with the Black Galaxies. Both of them played very well. But you know, sometimes, in terms of the camera angle, you can't get it, but you give the lineman the benefit of the doubt. He saw that the ball crossed the line.
I think that was difficult.
That was the reason.
Okay, let's move on quickly. Let's go Saturday at the Dr. Kwame Sports Complex. It was Nations FC that also came from a goal down to beat Bando Heart of Lions. Bando Heart of Lions are in action later today. They'll be at home. They'll be taking on Aduana. But then last week, they were on the losing side. Francis, was that one of the performances you look at and you're like, no, you don't win the league with this performance? Talking about Bando Heart of Lions.
Absolutely. Heart of Lions themselves, I don't know if they are trying to exhibit certain traits that they shouldn't be. 2 seasons ago, you were all over the place scrambling for points to be able to escape relegation. Last season, you did very well. You finished 2nd on the league table. This season, Dr. Randy Abe and Kutoche have invested heavily into the squad. You look at the Ghana Premier League and you talk about teams that have squad in depth, quality squad in depth. Heart of Lions is one of them. And this season, people are expecting them to go a step further. That is to have a proper crack at the Ghana Premier League table to win it. And if you look at their last 3 games, they've been all over the place. And do you know why? Because the players now feel like they can go anywhere and win. Yes, it's good you have that mentality. But when you become too complacent, it goes a long way to affect exactly what you do. Against Vision FC, they took the lead twice. Vision FC pegged them back, and they ended up drawing the game. Against Aduana Stars at the Pando Park, prior to this game, people thought they were going to bounce back to winning ways at the Pando Park. They couldn't beat Karela United. They struggled in the game. It ended up in a 0-0 stalemate. Aka Branke said, this season we all know that the Nations FC that we used to know in the past is no more the Nations FC that is playing this season. Yeah, someone will say they are trying to adjust to the new coach. But you took a lead through Chelsea Freeman. Beautifully converted team goal. Then from here, people were expecting them to build on it. But what happened? They decided to take their foot off the pedal. And they were so lackadaisical in their approach after this. And, you know, Nations FC have some quality players in their fold. They pick a clue from it, and they duly punish out of Lens at the end of the day. You look at Ano, who pop up with a brace on the day, scored. Like, you look at the two centre-backs, Ebenezer Aban, the club captain, and Ruben Hennessy. Hennessy ended up scoring an own goal in this game. And you ask yourself, and it's becoming unusual of him. Against Vision FC, he scored an own goal. And against this thing, Nations FC, he scored an own goal. So in the last 3 games, you've scored 2 own goals. If I were to be Coach Bashir Hayford, I would have benched him. But it's just that for him to come back into his senses and say, we can't be playing like this. Because sometimes the players need a reality check. You understand? For them to wake up. Because if you feel like no matter the result, I'll walk into the starting 11 in the next game again, then it becomes a problem. Sure. Because this is unlike Heart of Land. Heart of Land doesn't normally ship in goals easily. Because you look at the back line, they've been playing together for the past 3 seasons. Yao Danso right back, Bismarck Enim, one of the finest left backs in the Ghana Premier League in the past 2 seasons. You look at the centre back pairing of Ebenezer Aban and then Ruben Hennessy. So they know each other, they've been playing together, and they shouldn't be churning out this kind of cheap errors in the Ghana Premier League, because the league is a very tough league. Sometimes opponents will not let you off the hook. When you commit the error, they punish you. And they kept playing with fire here. Look at the marking here. Ruben Hennessy again. The player is in front of you. Get close to him. This is what we call man marking, not the zonal marking, not the shadow marking. But he let him off. He scored. The linesman chopped it off for an offside. But they never pick a clip from. Look at the way they are playing. And you don't play like this and expect not to be punished. They were all over the place. Sure. And I think this will serve them right. And you saw Coach Bashir Hayford in the post-match. Yeah. He said he felt like some of his experienced players are becoming too complacent. Exactly. And you can't mince words. He has to tell them, look here. Don't defend this.
So that was the own goal scored by Ruben Hennessy in that 2-1 defeat to Nations FC on match day 13. And we're hoping to turn around their fortunes. And the assistant coach J looks in disbelief. But then quickly to Sunday, Nanedu, at Hohoe Sports Stadium, it was a historic win for Hohoe United. They claimed a 1-0 win over Kumasi Asante Kotoko. That was a good win for them, wasn't it?
Massive win for Hohoe United. You know, to win against Asante Kotoko in the Ghana Premier League, you know, it's a morale booster for the entire squad, management, and of course the technical team of Hohoe United to announce your presence in the Ghana Premier League. You know, from day one, when you look at the Hohoe United team, the kind of game that they are looking up to was a game against Asante Kotoko, because they have special taste when they are playing against Kotoko. You know, when the team qualified for the Premier League, they hosted Asante Kotoko in a friendly game in Hohoe. So they have special taste when they play against Asante Kotoko. So seeing Kotoko in Hohoe was like a festival in Hohoe. So the players were happy, technical team were happy, management and board members of Hohoe United were happy to see Asante Kotoko in Hohoe playing the Ghana Premier League. So for them to finish the game and get a 1-0 win against Asante Kotoko, big statement in the Ghana Premier League, and I'm happy for them. To score the goal in the first 45 minutes and to hold on to that goal for the entire 90 minutes is a big statement. So I'm happy for Hohoe United getting that particular 3 points in the Premier League.
Francis, quickly, you were in Hohoe. You witnessed that, record win for Hohoe United. The first ever time they've met Kotoko in the league, and they made sure that they made the memory last. Yeah,
absolutely. They just continued from where the Volta region teams have always been. All of them that had stints in the Ghana Premier League always beat Kumasi and Kotoko in their very first encounter in the Volta region. But hey, if you look at this game, Hohoe United came out of the blocks, gun blazing on all cylinders. And the warnings were clear right from the onset. As early as the 4th minute, the captain of the side on that frame, Usman Safian, took the ball by the byline, ran, hugged the penalty box, and tried to aim at the second post, but just that the ball didn't hit the back of the net. From there, if you look at the energy in the stadium, Josiah, the whole place, the whole place became like a carnival, kind of in the Volta region. I've never seen any better atmosphere than this one. And you look, the entire stadium was jammed up, packed to its maximum raptures. And they never gave...
I think Honorable Peter Mewu has made the people love Hohoe United by force.
Yeah. And you look at the support base, you can feel this is organic support base. You were there, you covered them to get their game with Mediama Sporting Club. You saw how the whole place was packed. And if you look at what they did, they knew that if they don't take the game to Kumasi Asante Kotoko right from the onset, it was always going to be difficult if Kotoko should go ahead and score the opener. And they put their foot on the throat of Kotoko, never allowed them any breathing space. They pushed them, probe here and there, and then the breakthrough came through William Odro. Beautifully converted free kick. And you can blame Kamara as much as you can. After constructing the wall, he decided to go home and stand behind the wall. And when Kotoko scored, the foundation of the entire stadium exploded. And I'm telling you, it will take some time for them to experience such a thing. I pick a clue that their game against Heart of Lions, which will be the Volta Derby, will not be easy. Because if Kotoko can have this turn-up, Bando and Hawkway separated by just 30 minutes drive, you can tell what will happen in this stadium.
Interesting.
And if you look at Hawkway United, they don't play like they are debutants. They play like they've been in the Ghana Premier League. One of their biggest problems is how to put the ball at the back of the net. But in their last 2-3 games, we've seen how leader they are becoming. They've been very purposeful in terms of the attack. See, they kept knocking on the door. And if the highlight go on, like this is how do we, is it an extended highlight? Yeah, that's why you see everything. See, Kotoko never had any decent opportunity to trouble them. They stifled them in midfield. Senior and then Alosode were all over the place. And then, see, in terms of the wing play, Kotoko really struggled. And I think this is the goal. Alosode tried to link up Odun. And Samba O'Neill had no option than to foul him. And at this point, people were calling for the red card. But the referee said no. Is the first bookable option, and Kamara, instead of concentrating on what comes up next, he was arguing. And I'll leave this man to continue with the summary.
And just 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know what former minister and former MP for Ohoe, Peter Mewu, has done to this club. The people in Ohoe are so connected to the club to the extent that they love the Ghana Premier League. I don't know how he did it, but the people in Ohoe, they are connected to the club. It looks like a traditional team that has been there for years, very connected. They want the results in the Ghana Premier League. They really want to survive in the Premier League. And I think these are the kind of things we want to see in the Premier League.
So that's the goal scored by William Woodrow. And Kamara on his knees there, you could see him. It was just not, didn't go well for him on that occasion. Maybe, yeah, he was at fault, but that was a brilliant. And the fans really celebrated that one. And it would really last, in the memories of these fans. So that's where we head for a commercial break. Don't go anywhere. There's still more for you. Our featured game today, match day 14 of the Ghana Premier League, will be from the Kpando Sports Stadium, where Heart of Lions will be taking on Aduana FC.